Hey everyone, it's Fi. I'm checking out Masked Brave Z. Part of the AGDG Demo Day 24. Music's coming in here. It's kind of nice, but a little bit loud, I suppose. I'm gonna have to turn this down. Yeah, it's very loud. It's probably a little too loud. It's a common thing I run into is people kind of make their game audio as loud as it can be, and you don't really need it that loud, so I would suggest comparing it to some other games you have installed, whatever, that kind of thing, get it in a ballpark volume level. That being said, I got the game page open here. It says this is a small action game level made to demonstrate a few mechanics, changing characters, dashing and attacking, and my game art skills. Huge homage to tokusatsu, probably mispronounced that, in my character's design. And it's got some various version notes here. It does mention joypad controls, so I'll try this with my Xbox controller. X to jump, square or L1 to attack shoot, circle or R1 to use special punch / dash, triangle to henshin. Alright, sounds simple enough. So I'm gonna jump right into this. So I've not played this before. We're gonna give it a play test here, see if we can get some useful feedback. Got my gamepad powered up here. Looks like it's working. My cursor's still on the screen, so I guess I have to move that. It's a little hard to see the highlight, but that's okay. Looks like we're... Felt like it skipped there for a second, but maybe I just imagined that. That's weird. Nonetheless, it doesn't look like there's any options. Looks like the D-pad also doesn't work in the menu right now. There is help though. Does that work? Start? Enter? Oh, space works. Okay. Oh, I did something here. Y button is... I guess it's changing between controls, rider punch. Oh, what the, wait, there's like a little like chibi mode and then that's weird. Okay, so I'm noticing the sprites on the right side are changing between this low resolution and this much bigger resolution, so that's interesting. I don't really know what's going on here. Yeah, apparently I guess the gamepad doesn't... Wait. Oh, the B button. Okay, the B button works in the menu on the gamepad, so that's weird. I don't know why. Okay, B is also for jumping, so... Pretty strange. The A button is for attack. I don't really know why this was chosen. I prefer the A button to be for jumping, as you might expect. Oh, you can transform into this little guy. Okay, so that's how that works. So it looks like this slide thing kind of causes a little visual glitch where if you press the right after you start sliding, you kind of keep doing that. That's pretty weird. I guess we'll just have to kind of get used to it. Alright, looks like it's using the bumpers, not the triggers. So it'd be nice to, if the triggers aren't being used for anything else, to be able to use those also. I naturally rest my fingers on the trigger, so I much prefer to use those. I have to stretch a little bit to use the bumpers, but it seems like we can just use the face buttons here. Looks like we don't have a double jump, but we do have wall jumps. So it feels a little weird because you don't go off the wall if you hold to the right. You kind of only get vertical speed. It looks like you have to kind of manually move away from the wall. It's certainly a little strange, and like pretty much every game I've played with wall jumps, they move you away from the wall a little bit in the opposite direction when you do the wall jump. So it would probably be good to add at least a little bit. I do like being able to kind of climb walls like this, like Mega Man style. But makes sense to do that. Other thing I noticed is that you kind of have this, you have to kind of like gain momentum when you do this. You have to like hold it for a bit. If you just tap it for a second, you barely move. Which means that like if you're trying to do it repeatedly, you just kind of barely climb at all, so you have to kind of press it and hold it and then do that. So it's a little weird. I don't think that's really necessary. Alright, so this is a dash. I don't know what the meter at the top is. Looks like we can do a little 3-hit attack. It's a bit laggy in the sense that it kind of roots your feet while you're doing it, and you have to wait a while before you get your controls back. Not very responsive in that sense, but we'll see how it works out. Then we got this henshin, so we can shoot. That's interesting. Alright, yeah, the button placement is definitely weird for me. It also looks like you can pick up a lot of vertical speed in this mode with the jump, so definitely weird using this kind of momentum base instead of just normalizing how the wall jumps work here. Make them always kind of go at the same speed. Also looks like you fall very fast. I don't know if that's true for... Oh, I can't wall jump on this. Why is that? I can do it with this guy. Is it the type of wall? Okay, I guess it's just the type of the wall with these squares, but for some reason it still works with the little guy. Oh. So that hit me, I guess. Also noticing the HUD actually jiggles when you move, so that's strange. Alright, so I can do it this way. Oh, this time it... At the top of the wall here, I was able to slide on it, so I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of weird. I think this... I don't know if this is like borderless full screen, it might be. Yeah, it seems like it is. Generally, this renders kind of jerky for me when games run in borderless full screen. So I definitely prefer like a real full screen mode. If you can add that, like, you know, as an option or whatever, definitely makes everything run smoother. It might not show up in the capture. It usually doesn't, but it's just kind of the way that the Windows renders things for some reason. So a little strange that I couldn't see where I was falling here. Luckily, there wasn't anything down here that seemed important. I don't know what these blocks are. Okay, I can't dash in the air. Doesn't seem like you can dash jump. You can jump after dashing, but it doesn't make you go faster or anything. This guy's just standing here. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, that's apparently a move. How did I just launch? Oh, does it home in? Oh, it homes in on enemies. That's interesting. Okay. It's kind of cool, but it's also pretty out of control. Like I don't do anything except be near it and press the button, so I don't really... Like, if there's a number of enemies, I might... I mean, it seems to me like, if I was fighting multiple enemies in this kind of thing, I just wouldn't know where I would end up going when I press the attack button. There's like 3 enemies around me or something. So, definitely gives that impression that maybe it's a little out of control. I don't know what the heck this block is doing. Can I stand on that? I don't know what that is. Maybe some kind of checkpoint or something. Can I stand on this? So that hit me again. I don't know. Again, your feet are really rooted when you're attacking, so it's kind of hard to... Looks like you can jump. So that could be used for avoiding things a little bit, but you can't move horizontally until your attack fully stops. So it might be a little hard engaging enemies that way without taking damages. Alright, well, just hitting that guy wasn't going to work. Ooh, okay. So I don't have a double jump, so when you jump, you're pretty committed until you hit the ground again, because you can't jump again. So something that you have to contend with, apparently. So I don't know, when do you attack this guy? When he's in front of you? Whoops, that was the wrong button. Oh, that seems like a good time. Oh, that was not a good time. Oh, I did a move there. So I guess if you're near him and I think I pressed down and attack. Oh no, I can't get back in though. Alright, so I don't think this is intended. Yeah, unfortunately it didn't let me back in after I died here, so that's probably just... Oh, what was that? Oh, was that the henshin button? I forgot about the henshin. Maybe we can... Escape key doesn't seem to work, unfortunately, so there's no way to like quit the game here, I don't think. Obviously this is in an early state, so I think we're gonna have to go ahead and Alt F4. Just relaunch the game, see if we can fiddle with it a little bit more here. Test room, unfortunately, is not enabled. Might be nice to be able to to try that out, I think. Now, what is this block that's in the beginning here? Looks like a thing I saw before. Alright, so another problem with this sort of inertia-based wall jumping. If you're falling downwards when you start wall sliding, and you try and wall jump, you don't really go up, you just kind of slow down. So it doesn't really happen in this mode because apparently it works differently depending on what mode you're in, because the little guy he just slides down the wall real fast. Not really slowing down. This seems to be a pretty constant slide speed, I guess, so... Now can you... Oh, he's got little spikes that pop out. Okay, I guess that's down, or do I just jump near it? Oh, I just jump near it. Okay. So the attacks definitely home in when you're in the air, at least. But you don't really control it, it's just that you're near the enemy. So that definitely seems pretty weird. Because of what I said before, if you're fighting multiple enemies and stuff, you don't really control it. Also, ooh, that was very strange. I guess I just kind of fell on the corner of this and it did something weird. The other thing is that because you don't really control it, you don't really... Like, you don't really feel you don't really feel in control of the direction that you move with the attack, because it kind of does it automatically, so that's a little weird in that sense. And I guess it kind of works on a fixed angle, so it's like... Yeah, you end up in these situations where you just completely don't hit the enemy at all unless you kind of line yourself up at the correct angle, I guess. So that's definitely weird. I think it would... I mean, I certainly get the impression that it would work better if you just kind of were able to do these moves kind of manually. If I want to do like a downward kick thing, I could just like hold down and press the attack button in the air or something. And same with the upwards thing. Maybe you could hold up and press it instead of this sort of automatic thing, but it's also a little hard to tell like how close do you have to be for that to kick in and that sort of thing, so a little weird. Nonetheless, let's try this. I don't know if I can... Okay, well that'll probably be... Ooh. I guess I was in... Oh, that hurt me. Apparently I avoided his dash attack thing in this mode, but that was dumb. Oh, I forgot about that. So that's another thing, like if I want to just do a normal attack, I can't do that when I get close to the enemy here, because it just automatically does this. So I just actually can't do the move that I want to do. That seems a lot easier to just shoot this guy if I have that option. I think he just spat out something that I picked up, I don't know. So I think I can actually just go under that dash attack. I can't. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what happened before. Crap. Yeah, so like I said before, you get really committed when you jump. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get back in there. Oh no. Alright. I don't know what that block is that appears when he dies or whatever. So yeah, unfortunately I can't get back in here again. I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be like the end of it. Anyways, just going to end with this boss. Mentioned a small action level. I didn't really see a purpose for the dashing so far. I'd be interested to see how that is incorporated in the gameplay. I mean, obviously it's nice to have dashing in games like this, but yeah, hopefully that was all of it, and then I didn't like skip out any big chunk of it or anything, because obviously I botched it here. Obviously kind of screwing around a bit, not really taking the boss extremely seriously. So yeah, definitely some interesting things here. Definitely some things that I would see as things that could be polished up and improved, but hopefully there was some useful bits for you in this video. Definitely let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to move on to the next one.